forgot to pray, and that's just an automatic formula for messing up all the time. So give me a second, I'm gonna pray and then we're gonna get into this video. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am glad that you're here watching this video. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me on another episode of our Christianity versus Culture series, which I'm having a great time making. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I know we've only had like one episode, and that episode was about sex, which was very fun to talk about, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't watch that video, click this link right here, because in today's video, we're gonna kind of be building off of that, and we're gonna be talking about dating and marriage. Now, the thing that culture has done a really great job at is taking away the significance and value of things that are very important and very serious, like sex, which we talked about in last week's video. And it has done the same thing with dating and marriage. It has kind of taken these very important parts of our lives that we all pretty much experience and have kind of diminished them, and basically has said like, oh, it's really no big deal, which is exactly what happened with sex as well. And so I wanted to bring up the aspects of dating and marriage. I wanted to talk about it because we are surrounded by it all the time. I bet maybe you've dated someone, or maybe you want to date someone. Maybe you want to get married one day, or maybe you know people who are married. Like, it's all around us. And so it's very helpful to see how God would want us to go about these things, because they're huge parts of our lives. Now, first I want to start off with dating, because maybe you're single, maybe you want to date someone, maybe you're in a relationship, and it's kind of hard to like navigate those things sometimes because it's complicated. Things happen, emotions are involved, people are involved, and it can get very sticky. And the Bible doesn't necessarily have a set formula for how we should date or how we should pursue dating. But there are very biblical principles that we can look at in order to understand how should I date, what should my mindset be, and why should I date someone? I think this is a very important question that culture doesn't really tell us to ask ourselves, and I think we should ask ourselves, why am I dating this person, or why do I want to date this person? Because if you don't have that answer in your brain, then you're basically wasting your time. Because why would you want to be in a relationship with someone that, first of all, you don't see a future with, and you don't even understand why you want them? Is it because you want status? Is it because you just think they're cute? Is it because you want someone to validate you in your life? Those are things that we kind of want naturally as humans, and I feel like dating has kind of been brought into that aspect of just fulfilling our own human desires without really thinking of, am I giving anything into this relationship? Am I thinking of how I can serve this person instead of just thinking of what can this person give me? And I feel like that's exactly what culture is teaching people is, hey, if you think this person is cute and they can do something for you, date them. If you think that they're hot, if your feelings just tell you that they are the right person for you, then go for it. Or, this whole concept of like talking to people, but like not really pursuing that person, not like saying like, hey, I want to actually be in a relationship with you. This whole no labels kind of thing. It's all so messed up, and it takes away the significance of dating, because the point is you should date someone if you see a future with them and ultimately to get married. You don't want to date people for no reason, because why? That just causes heartbreak. And that's exactly what culture is setting people up for. You wonder why people are like, oh my gosh, I got ghosted, or oh my gosh, like I was really talking to this guy and I thought he liked me, but then he just like stopped talking to me. And it's because he wasn't committed. He didn't care. He didn't want to like see a future with you, and so he was just kind of playing around. And this can happen with girls too. They can play guys. But the whole point is there's no intentionality to it, and people get very heartbroken. So I want to read this piece of scripture for you after that little bit of a rant, and just kind of encourage you with it, because this is what God says that we should be doing with our hearts and with our like mindset when it comes to dating. It says in Proverbs 4 verse 23, keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it springs the issues of life. And there's other versions that say guard your heart. And you've probably heard this before, but I think it's so important when thinking about dating people, when thinking about why you want to date people, putting yourself out on the scene. I don't know what that even means, but I think it's so important to guard your heart, to remember that you want to be careful who you give yourself to, especially when it comes to sex, which watch last week's video because we had a whole rant about that. But when it comes to like who you're giving your time to, who you're giving your energy to, who you're giving yourself to, like in a relationship, you need to guard your heart with that. And you need to be careful what you're doing. And you need to remember and have that mindset of, I want to be committed to this person, because if not, Why are you doing it? And that's something that culture is not really trying to get people to do, to commit. It's just kind of like a whatever kind of thing. And that's so wrong, because what that does is it sets us up for marriages that aren't committed, which now we're going to talk about marriage, because marriage is also something that is so important and has really been totally changed by society. If you look at the statistics, 50%, probably more now, of marriages fail. And that is so sad, because not only are the people affected in the marriages, but so are kids if they're involved, families, all of that. And it's all stems from that root of not being committed when it comes to dating and not taking dating seriously. It's like, if you're dating this person but you don't think that they would really be a good spouse for you, don't date them, first of all. Just don't. And then if you still decide to ignore those warning signs and still decide to be like, well, maybe not, and you get married with that person, and then you're now committed to them before God. I don't care if you're a Christian or if you're not a Christian. If you get married, you are committed to that person before the Lord. It's a holy covenant that He sees and that He honors, and you should honor it too. But if you're not committed, then what's going to happen is your feelings and that honeymoon phase that they talk about is going to go away, and you and this person are going to fall out of love, right? We hear that all the time. But the whole point is, dating in marriage is more than just feelings. Dating in marriage is more than just, this person is cute, I think that they have a good job, I think that I can see a life with them. It's about, can I commit myself to this person, and do I think this person will commit to me? And so I really wanted to talk about this today, because it is a mindset that culture is not really telling us to have. Culture is just being like, hey, follow your feelings. If you like this person, you like them, date them. If you don't, great. If you love this person, marry them. And it's not asking you, and it's not helping us to really think about these things, because they're very serious things. And the Bible tells us to think about these things. And actually in Jeremiah, it says the heart is deceitfully wicked, and we should not follow it. So we need to think and kind of get out of our feelings and really process these thoughts of, am I dating this person for the right reasons? Do I see my life with this person? And then therefore, once you progress and you get into marriage, you have to realize that it's not just something that you can just throw away. Although culture has made it very easy to do that with divorces and all that, but it's like, you need to be committed to this person. Commit yourself to following what God tells you to do. Commit yourself to guarding your heart. Commit yourself to going about these things in the right way. And then when you come to the point where you actually have the chance to do it, to get married, to date someone, and you're going about it the right way, you're going to have so much less heartbreak, so just much more peace about what you're doing, and you're going to save yourself a lot of trouble. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I promise not all of these videos are going to be about relationships, but like I said, a lot of stuff happening in culture around those types of things. But stay tuned for next week's video. It's going to be a good one as well. If you have any comments, let me know. Comment them down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the post notifications. And that is pretty much it. I will see you next time. Bye.